This place is super gorgeous. So we picked up this mooring late last night. Never really seen this place before. And here it is. It's our first look. There's the break over there. People surfing. That's where we're about to go. Have a little fun. Got the mountains in Maui. The town. Looks like a gorgeous little place. But you know what's killing me here? Look at this water, dude. My goodness. You can see the bottom. We're in like 50 feet and you can see the bottom. Like clear as day. It's, I've never seen anything like this. Maybe Avalon. Avalon was really pretty too. It's unbelievable. So Josh and I have been hiking up this river for about a mile and a half now. But this place is surreal. There's the top of Maui. Pretty freaking close to the summit. We just climbed one small waterfall, and then the other one is a little too big for us. There's no, somebody left a seatbelt over here. See the drop? Somebody left a seatbelt so that we could climb in and out. But, yeah. They wrapped it around this rock. It's gonna be sketchy getting down. It's pretty secure. So, Josh and I found something.
His name is Dominic.
He's so hard to see, he's wrapped up in all your hair. It's a baby chameleon, and he likes Josh. See him? He's moving. Oh no, wait. He's hiding in Josh's hair.
Oh, you're scaring him. I could feel his terror.
Oh, I'm sorry.
A whole pile of chickens.
A pile of chickens. That's dinner right there.
No.
That one is right there.
No,
That one's dinner.
We ate the roosters, not the
That one's dinner. So in this video are the events from the day previous to the Lahaina fires. Josh and I had decided to hop on a bus early that morning that took us to Wailuku, and then from there we took a cab up to Iao Valley. We had the life-changing hiking experience that you guys got to see videos of. Some of the most amazing stuff I've ever seen. And after wandering around Iao all day and finding that little chameleon Dominic, we missed our bus back to Lahaina that night, and we decided to go back down into the city and get some food and wander around Wailuku. So on our way down from Iao Valley, we ran into a group of young people and kind of asked them for a ride down the mountain, and that was really, really awkward. They were not into it. They didn't even want to like give me their names when I introduced myself. They were very quiet and awkward, and we felt very bad. So like we just kind of didn't want to bother them anymore at a certain point. You know, after like 30 seconds, it was quite evident, and we were like, okay, we're gonna keep walking. Thank you guys, have a great night. And you know, 20-30 minutes later down the mountain, one of them actually stopped and let us off in the back of the pickup. It took us about 3 or 4 miles down into town, shaved us a great walk. That was fantastic of them. We got some Subway. I needed to go use the bathroom. Subway didn't have one, so we found a Walmart, took a Duke in the Walmart, and then we trying to figure out what to do for the rest of the night, because at this point we got into town probably 10 or 11 o'clock, and then after, you know, getting to the Walmart and stuff, it was nearly midnight. So we decided to go to a bar and just hang out that was nearby. Hung out at the bar until they closed, made some friends, had a pretty good time there. After going to the bar, we just wandered about for a bit. Probably did like 10 or 11 miles of walking just around Wailuku, not even including the hike the previous day. And then, you know, caught the 5:30 bus back into Lahaina town the day of the fire. And now that we look back on it, it might have been the last or the second to last bus to ever run to Lahaina. I remember the winds were definitely pretty strong that morning as Dora was, you know, coming near Big Island, and we were starting to feel some of the outer bands hit us. It had knocked down power lines, it had knocked down trees in the road. The bus had to take a different route slightly than the way that it normally ran. I got into Lahaina town, and I remember seeing like signs of the small fire up in the hills and heard people talking about it, but they were talking about it like it wasn't really a big deal and that it was contained well. I remember these guys getting off the bus and they were going to work and they were cracking up and chuckling, and you know, like it was a storm day. They were like, we're gonna get off early, yeah, like a half day, we're gonna get paid. Hurricane, yeah. And they, like, you know, that excitement you get, like I'm used to that from Florida. We'd get all stoked for a hurricane, didn't have to go to school, you didn't have to go to work, and you got to sit around and, you know, hang out, play video games as a kid, or drink beers as a young adult, and, you know, pass the day watching the storm. And yeah, we made our way through the town back to the boat, to our little rowboat in Lahaina Harbor by the dinghy dock, and we hopped on. And as we're paddling out of the harbor, there was a guy there. The winds were really intense, and he was like, don't go out there, man, like you're not gonna come back. And we were like, we're gonna be fine, we got to make it to the boat. We were fine. It was a really difficult paddle. It was 0.3 miles and it took us about 30 minutes against the wind blowing 20 to 30 at that point. And made it back to the boat, passed out, woke up at about 11 o'clock, and the fire near the cell phone tower in the hills was starting again. And we, you know, the cell service was down, and pretty much just watched the fire spread throughout the day. You can see some of what we saw in the Lahaina on Fire video. But yeah, that was just, it's quite an odd day. You know, just like the contrast between the adventure in Iao Valley and Wailuku and how amazing that all seemed, and then the very next day just being like the most terrible thing I've ever witnessed. It was very intense. And yeah, after that we woke up in Lahaina. Coast Guard woke us up at like 9 in the morning after the town went down, and they asked us if we were okay. We told them we were, and asked them, you know, what they knew, what was left, what they knew about, you know, everybody had gotten out. And, you know, they didn't know. They had just showed up. So they, you know, they wished us luck, and we spent the next like 5 or 6 hours just kind of scrubbing the boat. It was really bad, and I just took out a Scotch pad and washed the boat with seawater, tried to get all the soot off, and we cleaned up really well and made way to Maui, which is where we met the Hungry Heroes, and kind of started our like journey of volunteer work, and met the most amazing community on Maui. Really became part of a family, feels like, you know, and that was the most healing thing that could have happened after going through that experience. We were very blessed. We, you know, we were safe. We really felt like, you know, we had to help the people that were a lot less fortunate than we were, especially after watching it all happen. We knew that, you know, there was no just like going back somewhere else, hanging out on the beach and going surfing after that. We couldn't just live with that, you know, so.